Hey everybody, I'm Tim.
I'm Gayle.
And you are chasing the Joneses. And here we are in Luckenbach, Texas. We're trying to locate Waylon, Willie, and the boys, but they're not here.
Probably because of the rain.
Probably because of the
Maybe.
rain. It's a little rainy today, but we decided to come out anyway. And fortunately, there's really not a lot of people here. So it's a great thing that we're able to come out. We just wanted to show you around a little bit, give you some information. These people bought this town for how much?
Yeah, back in about 1970. Well, the town was founded back in the, I think, 1700s by the Engel family. It was formed, and it stayed in their family's possession until about 1970, where Engel, at the time, the postmaster, posted, as he was retiring, he posted a ad that said "Town for sale, lock, stock, and dance hall."
Oh.
And I believe the whole town was purchased for about $130,000. And actually, I have all their information. It was purchased by Hondo Crouch and a couple of his friends, Wick Cook and Kathy Morgan, and they just thought it'd be such a cool, quirky thing. So they made up titles for themselves, and they appointed ambassadors and all sorts of stuff. And then they just made it. They preserved the place and just made it a haven for all things Old West, historic Old West. And of course, it's best known for the rest of us as a place where Willie Nelson and a bunch of iconic country singers have come through and performed.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to go in the post office real quick, take a look around, and then we'll go into the store and kind of just show you guys around what's going on, okay?
They've got cats in there, so
Yeah,
he's
cats
going
in
to
there,
do
so I'm
that
going to
part.
run in. Okay, here is the post office right there. You see it, Luckenbach, Texas. They made this great looking tree right here, and then of course you come in and there's Miss Gayle sitting and waiting at the local post office.
Hanging out outside the post office. Actually, this was the post office, general store, and bar back in the old days.
And that's exactly what we have today. Thank you, sir. As we come in, of course, you notice some of these familiar faces if you do, Willie, Nelson, Gypsy Strongman. They got some of their music here, George Strait, all that. There's a sign that you can pick up for $25. And if you look at the aesthetic of this place, it's really cool. Just like it was back in the old days. With the exception of electricity. Anyway, they got a great little gift shop here. You can pick up all kinds of things. Luckenbach. And it's really a fantastic little spot. And you got Christmas ornaments. Wow. And then down through this hallway right here, that is the bar area that was attached to this post office, and so it's still there. And so got the old style floors. Great little neat place to visit. Alright, we're back out to the porch, and going to show you a little bit more around here. This is kind of the aerial view. It's not a very big place. It's actually kind of small, but it's a cool little place. I'm sure it was much bigger back in the day, but yeah. There's a picture of Hondo. He bought the place, and so it's got a really cool theme to it. It's got a huge parking lot for many people to come and participate here. And of course, this is where people can come and have lunch, sit down and enjoy the music.
Playing
cornhole over here. They can do all kinds of things.
Music here. During the season, I believe I saw every single day.
This is called the Luckenbach Warehouse. And again, it's another store. Pretty neat little place.
You should be ashamed of yourself. How you doing?
So yeah, it's got the typical stuff in here. T-shirts, hats, sweatshirts. It's not a very big place. It's basically got clothes and some other things about Luckenbach, Texas here. Really, that's about it. But it's a great place to come in and get out of the rain because it is raining today. And here.
Thank you.
And look around here, and this again, this is that courtyard area where people can come and eat and hang out, and there's a Snail Creek Hat Company. They don't have no hats out today because, of course, it's raining and nobody's really here.
Probably also where they serve drinks when there's a concert over here, because there's the water troughs.
Check out this little stage here. It's really nice. And so once they're playing in this little stage, everybody can hear it who's here. And they got a little over here. You got some guitars over there. Beer and saloon shop. I guess this is where you come when you're drinking and having a good time here, listening to music. And then there's the big stage right there. And again,
First stage, and then over to your left is the indoor hall.
over to the left is the indoor hall. Look at that. There's an interesting sign on the indoor hall, and it's really interesting as we come up to it. It talks about shoes and what kind of shoes you can actually wear in the hall.
Yeah, back in the day, this was one of the first maple wood planked floors. So it was a really big deal. So even though this was Old West time when it was built, it was strictly, wearing boots was strictly prohibited. You had to wear your Sunday shoes when you came in here.
Yeah, that's exactly what it says right there.
Yes.
You had to wear your Sunday shoes. Isn't that interesting? All right, we'll go inside real quick and kind of look around. It's very nice in here. Very authentic. And it's the original dance hall that they had. So they have all kinds of things going on in here. And looks pretty cool. And those are tables with benches on top of them, so they can put benches down where people can sit and eat and drink or whatever they're going to do there. Yeah. So Luckenbach, Texas.
Now somewhere is a swing, so we're going to see if we can find that, right?
Oh, maybe it wasn't a swing. Maybe it was just that little where those two guys were at.
Oh, okay.
Old school stuff down through here. There's a kissing booth. You want to get kissed? Come to Luckenbach, Texas and get in the kissing booth. It's 5 cents for a kiss. How about that? Got some good motorcycle parking here. Yeah, so that's the office. And really, from what I see, that's really about all there is to Luckenbach, Texas. But it's a pretty cool little place to say that you've come and you've been here, and it's really nice. As you come in, you'll see that grain silo right there, which is offices, and then of course you come into the bathroom, and then this is where you walk into the area. And what did I say?
Oh, there was a drip. There's a drip on the ceiling, and they need to go do something about that floor. So
All right.
it's sort of
Here's the location of everything. Even got first aid down there. How about that? Anyway, this is all parking back here, and wow, what a cool place to kind of visit, just to come in and visit. Wish they had the food up and running, because we certainly would have had lunch here. I thought I smelled barbecue when I got here, but I guess I was just hoping to have barbecue.
Oh yeah, maybe we just smelled wood.
Yeah, and
So there is tons and tons of parking, and we also saw an RV park just about not even a mile away from here. So in the season, which you're looking out at that field now, that thing goes at least as big as a football field long, and then more than a football field wide. So there's plenty of parking during the season for y'all to come out and visit.
yeah, absolutely.
And I say during the season, tomorrow, or if it's not raining, I'm sure this place will be absolutely packed.
Packed, yeah. But we came today because we wanted to do a little road trip, and it was a good little road trip. Glad we came. Glad we got to see it, especially when there was nobody here.
Right.
How about that?
And this is in the middle of cedar fever season down here in Texas, and so it was kind of nice to be able to come up in the hill country and not get absolutely destroyed by the pollen. And let me also mention there's 2 sections of parking for wheelchair accessible parking, and it's very walkable. So if you have any kind of mobility issues, or if you're using a stroller, this place is pretty easy to navigate. It's, even though it's raining, it's not really muddy. Everything's that hard packed sand, gravelly kind of mixture. So it's very, very accessible.
Yeah. Well, that's it from us from Luckenbach, Texas.
Yes.
And we'll see you next time
All right.
down the road.